Definition of the word.
A.
Adjective.
All. First attested from 1350 to 1470.
Adverb.
All. First attested from 1350 to 1470.
Article.
1. Any indefinite example of. Used to denote a singular item of a group. First attested prior to 1150. 2.
Example.
There was a man here looking for you yesterday. Used in conjunction with the adjectives score, dozen, hundred, thousand, and million, as a function word.
Example.
I've seen it happen 100 times. One certain or particular, any single. First attested between around 1150 and 1350. 2. Example. We've received an interesting letter from a Mrs. Miggins of London. The same. 1. 16th century. 2. Example. We are of a mind on matters of morals. Any, every. Used before a noun which has become modified to limit its scope. 1. Also used with a negative to indicate not a single one. 3. Example. A man who dies intestate leaves his children troubles and difficulties. He fell all that way, and hasn't a bump on his head? Used before plural nouns modified by few, good many, couple, great many, etc. Someone or something like. Similar to. 3. Used before a proper noun to create an example out of it. Example. The center of the village was becoming a Times Square. Noun. The name of the Latin script letter A. Numeral. The ordinal number first, derived from this letter of the English alphabet, called a and written in the Latin script. Particle. Alternative form of a, empty syllable added to songs, poetry, verse and other speech. Preposition. To do with position or direction. In, on, at, by, towards, onto. First attested before 1150. 2. Example. Stand a tiptoe. To do with separation. In, into. First attested before 1150. 2. Example. Torn a pieces. To do with time. Each, per, in, on, by. First attested before 1150. 2. Example. I brush my teeth twice a day. To do with method. In, with. First attested before 1150. 2. To do with role or capacity. In. First attested before 1150. 2. Example. A god's name. To do with status. In. First attested before 1150. 2. Example. King James Bible, 2 Chronicles chapter 2 verse 18. To set the people a work. To set the people a work. To do with process, with a passive verb, in the course of, experiencing. First attested before 1150. 2. Example. 1964, Bob Dylan. The times they are a chungin', the times, they are a chungin'. The times, they are a chungin'. To do with an action, an active verb, engaged in. 16th century. 2. Example. 1611, King James Bible, Hebrews 11-21 Jacob. When he was a dying Jacob, when he was a dying. To do with an action, movement. 2. Into. 16th century. 2. Pronoun. He, or sometimes she, it. 1150-1900. 2. Clarification of this definition is needed.
A.
A. A.
A.
A. A.